Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jack Parrotta here. Now today I've got 5 tips how to increase your sales on Amazon. If you are struggling to make sales on Amazon, these may help you out. And before I get into it, just want to let you guys know if you are interested in learning more about this kind of stuff, check the links down below. I do have some more info on Ecom Excellence, which is my course I have been teaching since mid-2018. I've been launched in mid-2018 and we have had a lot of successful students in there. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, check the links down below. If not, no worries at all. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope you get some value out of it. If you do have any other suggestions, please let me know down below, but I hope you enjoy. Okay, so we're going to go through 5 main ways that you can look at increasing your sales on Amazon. Now this is if you are sort of stuck, you've launched your product and you're not really sure on what to do, especially if you're a beginner. It can be very daunting if you've put a bit of your capital, a bit of money into a product order, you've sent it to Amazon, you've got things up and running and then things aren't going as you've initially planned. Or if you haven't sent your product to Amazon yet, this could help you as well, just to sort of, I guess, mitigate the amount of stress and the amount of, I guess, thinking, but more so the amount of worry that you might have before launching a product, because a lot of people get stuck on this. I've been stuck on this myself, and there's some things that you can go through to kind of help that, right? So what we're going to do is go through a few ways. What I would recommend if you're looking to grow your sales, if you are stuck and you're not getting the sales that you think you should be getting. So we'll go through the first one, okay? So the main one here, and again for this, just so you know, we'll be looking at a product listing of a French press coffee maker. So we'll be using this as an example. Let's just say, now this isn't my listing. This is just a listing that I've typed in when I've typed in French press coffee maker. This is a listing that I found. And this is sort of how I would look at it, thinking of as if this was my listing and I wasn't getting the sales that I'd be looking at. Now, one thing that I haven't noted here in this PowerPoint that I've done is the reviews. Okay, so one main thing which I really want to quickly go over before I get into the rest of this video, because it's not in here, is that the reviews are going to be very important. Okay, so make sure before you're looking at this list that I'm about to show you that you at least have 1 or 2 reviews. Okay, so going through this list, this will help you if you are a complete beginner, if you are not really sure what to do, it will help you, but you need reviews on your product. Okay, so before, well, you can watch this video, but please take into consideration, you can try what's done in this video, but you're going to get more of a benefit out of this if you have reviews on your product, because reviews are like social proof, right? So I didn't add it into here, into my list, but reviews are a big one. Okay, so just make sure that you try and get either a friend or family to review for you, or try and go for an incentivized review, like a paid review. There are videos on YouTube about that. Go and check that out, or read some forums on it, because reviews are going to be a big thing into this, and just something to note because I haven't got it in my list. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this. So first one and main one is going to be product images. When it comes to Amazon, the first thing that people are going to look at, and it's the first thing that I look at that attracts me to a listing to click on it, if I'm looking to buy something, it's the first image. Okay, it's the first image. I'm going to be talking about the other images, but the main one, the first image, is going to be a big thing. And not only that, when you click into a product listing, when you're looking at buying something, you got to think of yourselves as the consumer here. When you're looking at buying something, you look at the product images, right? And the first one's going to be the most attractive to you. So one thing I've got here for the product images, because this is going to be a big part of as to things like your conversion rate, things to whether someone thinks your product is good, and whether or not they're even going to click on it. So first one here, make sure your images are your own images. Okay, need to be your own and high quality, not taken from Google or your supplier. So the way to do this is you can either get a product sample yourself. You can either get a product sample yourself, or you can get it professionally done. So you can either take the photos yourself with your product sample, or send your product sample, or get a photographer to buy your product. You can reimburse them and they can do professional photos up for you. But you need to make sure that all your images here are high quality. Okay, make sure that they're high quality. Make sure that, and if you shopped on Amazon before, if they're high quality, then your mouse hovers over the image and it can zoom in and whatnot. Just make sure they're high quality. Okay, make sure not that they're not these crappy photoshopped images that you get from your supplier or get from Google. If you're first starting out, okay, maybe you can use some of the ones from your supplier, but I would get rid of them as quickly as you can, because most of the time, not even your supplier owns the rights to those images. So make sure that you're doing your own images as best as you can, okay? Now for your main image here, this is the one that I've got here. Make sure that it is just of the product, okay? Make sure it's of the product, and here you can see it, you can sort of see the logo, but the only thing I would change about this is it's a bit hard with this product, but you got to try and make sure your logo's in there as well. You got to get the branding and the product, and make sure it takes up at least 80% of the image. Now this is going by the guidelines of what Amazon give you when you are putting your products into Amazon, when you're listing your product. Make sure that it's high quality and it's 80% of the image. Otherwise they might not take it. They might suppress your listing, which means your listing won't show. Just make sure, not only that, it's good for conversion rates and it's good at showing clearly what your product is. So make sure your main image is just of your product with your logo, and that's pretty much it. Make sure it takes up most of that image. Then you want at least 2 product use images. So what I mean by that is you've got this little guy over here. Make sure it's got 2 of these, whether that's the design of the product, whether that's how it's used. It shows the product's designs, features, and use. So make sure in these images you're showing what the product is, how it works. You know, it could be like what the materials are, anything like that, just so you can show, because all these images are doing is showing off the product and what the product does, right? So make sure you got at least 2 of those similar to this. Okay, this one's okay. I like that it's got the step 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very, very easy and laid out. I like these little images here, so I like that. And then it's got again, another picture of the product itself, but it's got little descriptions of how it works. Then you want to make sure you've got at least 2 lifestyle images, okay? So all up, we've got 5 images right now. I would suggest possibly even 6 images. 5 images should be fine, but make sure you've got, again, at least 2 lifestyle images. Images that show the product being used in day-to-day life. So I don't mind this one here, even though it's in front of 2 other French press coffee makers. I would do something like, if it was just the product here, pouring coffee into one of these cups, perfect, right? You want to make sure that these lifestyle images are of the product being out and about. Like, obviously this is going to be in like an outdoor setting or in the kitchen. Make sure you've got a photo of the product either in the kitchen being used, something like that. It makes it more real. It's like, okay, there's a real product, it's got real use, and you want to show your customers that, right? So that's pretty much it for product images. I don't mind the images that this has got, and again, these are the images on from this listing, so I don't mind these. There's some changes that I would make, but that's again the gist of images. So number 2, title and descriptions. Now, what people used to say was, okay, you need this massive long title with all the keywords you can think of, and I never really saw the point in that. I actually really like the title that this brand has. It's just got the brand name at the start, which I like. I like having the brand name at the start because you know who you're buying from. And then it's got simply what it is: coffee maker, Chambord, French press. I hope I said that right, Chambord. French press, 0.35 liters. That's it. Okay, 350 ml coffee plunger. Very, very simple. I love this, right? What it used to be, people used to say, okay, you need to have coffee plunger, chambered French press, stainless steel, state of the art, blah, 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 and go on and on and on. And I hated it. It looked like a complete mess. So make sure that it's nice and simple, okay? So make title simple with main keywords. Again, got the main keyword, coffee maker, French press. There we go. So fit as many as you can, fit as many of your main keywords in as you can into the title without it being too messy. This is a perfect example. Description, make sure it's simple, but make it pop. Add phrases that make people remember. So fresh. So we've got here, and again, these are 2 descriptions. This might be a bit confusing, but this is the description that the listing we're looking at has, this one here, and this is another one that I've got, which I like. So you can see the difference, right? I don't mind this one because it's still simple. It's got iconic French press, full flavor, aroma. So it's got, the only thing that this one has got over this description is that, well, these key features got over these key features is that this has better wording. It's got full flavor, aroma, brew, like that's nice. The one that I like about this, the thing I like about this one is that it's sort of more pops. It's got higher, I'm trying to say full cap letters, and it's got emojis, all that kind of thing. It makes it pop a little bit better. So if you could merge these two, have these kinds of words in it, like full flavor, aroma, all that kind of thing, and have this kind of layout, would be perfect. So again, I've got here cover main features and why your product is better. Add emojis if possible. So all I've got here is it's just telling you about the item, the main things about the item. You make fresh taste and coffee, clean stainless steel design, the capacity, and then you've got customer satisfaction guaranteed. It's just showing you the main parts of why your product should be bought over the other ones, over the other French presses, right? So that's title and descriptions. It's basically simple but informative. That's what I like to think of these. Number 3, make sure you're pricing competitively. Now, I've had a couple of products now, multiple products, where my problem was the pricing, okay? My title was okay, the photos were decent, but then we've got here the pricing, which was my problem. So what I like to do if you aren't really getting any sales is try lower your price $5 under the main competitors. Now this again is just the price. I'm just showing a picture of the price here just so you know what to look for. But I say this to some of my students as well in Ecom Excellence, and it has worked for a lot of them, by the way. Try and price your product $5 under the main competitors. So if your competitor is selling at $35, maybe sell it for $29.99, right? The main thing with this is don't make it a whole number because they're ugly. Now, I used to work in retail myself, and it's a psychology thing, which I will show in the next point here. But don't do whole numbers. Don't do $30, $45 flat. Use numbers instead. And this brand here is doing it. This listing here is doing it. $24.68. This looks so much better, even though it's like 30, 40 cents. This looks so much better than $25 flat. I love the look of this better. And it's a psychology thing. It works for everyone. All right, it works for most people, I would say. I said use numbers $29.97, $44.68, etc. This is psychologically more appealing. Well, this is psychologically more appealing and converts better. And that's just a psychological thing, okay? I, again, would use numbers like 7, 4, 6, 8, like even this here, $29.97 is better than $29.99. It's 2 cents, but psychologically it looks better, right? And I think there even has been some study that the number 7 psychologically does something to the brain. It makes it seem cheaper, or it's more appealing to the average person anyway. But again, just don't use full numbers. I would suggest doing this and pricing $5 under the main competitors. And then I've just got here, play around with your price point and see what sticks. The goal should be to increase your price slowly as your sales increase until you're on par with your competitors or maybe even more expensive. So your goal right now should be, okay, might be a little bit cheap. Okay, we're in Q4 right now as I film this, so we're around Christmas, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper. But let's just say you're trying to compete. Maybe you need to put it at $19.97 right now. And then as your sales start to grow, you can put it at $20.97 and $21.95 or $21.86 or whatever, and then slowly start as your sales increase. If they are slowly increase the price closer to this until maybe, hopefully, eventually you will beat this price, and you will not beat it. You'll actually be more expensive, and you'll get more sales. Okay, so slowly increase it. Your goal shouldn't be to price it higher than your competitors in the first place. I would suggest pricing it like underneath, and then as it grows, you can slowly grow your price as your sales grow. So that's pricing competitively. Number 4, make sure you've got your back-end keywords sorted. So back-end keywords is basically your keywords that the customers won't see. No one will see. It's the keywords that you're ranking for. So we've got here, these help to rank your product for popular search terms. In this case, our aim should be to have our coffee maker at the top of the first page when a customer searches for our simple terms like coffee maker or French press coffee. So what you should be doing is aiming to have this listing. So if we're selling this coffee plunger, make sure to, your goal should be to have your product come up at the very first page or as close to the top of the first page as you can when a customer types in coffee maker or French press coffee, since these are going to be one of the two or some of the main keywords that people usually search for if they're looking for this kind of product. Make sure that you try and aim to have your product up the first page, because most people don't really look past page 2, in my opinion, sometimes even page 1. So that could be hurting your sales as well. to make sure that you're trying to get your back-end keywords. Now, if you're not sure how to get your keywords or how to look for keywords, so I went to the next slide. Make sure you in order to get these keywords, you use Google Trends, use Merchant Words, which is a piece of software which really helps. On Guru is the same, or Helium 10 to find competitive keywords. And then just make sure you don't have any duplicate keywords. And again, if you have already added in your keywords, you know what I'm talking about, but this is just something that you need to make sure that you're doing to make sure that you're trying to rank. Okay, next one. So Amazon PPC, and this is going to be the last one. I do have another slide, but this is going to be the last one of the main list. Make sure that you're running Amazon PPC. Okay, if you are already, then I've got a little bit in here for you as well. But if you're not, it's an advertising platform that is directly integrated into Amazon, and I think it's pretty much your best bet. So if you're looking at advertising your product, you haven't used Amazon PPC, please try it. The aim of PPC is to put your product in front of as many eyes as possible. So what you're trying to do is, it's like you are setting your own budget and you're setting your own bid. So let's just say, we start off at an automatic campaign. And what I mean by automatic campaign is Amazon chooses the keywords for you. It's the easiest way to start advertising on Amazon, okay? Set it at $10 a day. And let's say you want to do your bid at 50 cents per click, right? That basically every time someone clicks, you'll only spend money. That's why it's called PPC, and PPC means pay per click. You will only be spending money when someone clicks on your product, on your ad, okay? And basically every time someone clicks, it'll be around that 50 cent mark if you've done your bid at 50 cents, and it will do that for the day until it reaches $10 for your budget. Okay, so the aim should be, in my opinion, if you're doing automatic PPC, is collect data from your, I haven't put in here, but collect data from your automatic PPC. That's what I wanted to put in here. After 5 to 7 days, and then after that, launch a manual campaign targeting the most popular keywords. So let's just say you do your first automatic campaign at $10 a day. After 5 to 7 days, whether you've made a whole bunch of sales, whether you made none at all, the main thing you should be looking at here is getting the data from your, and this is both on YouTube in some forms, I think, but it is definitely in my course, in the Ecom Excellence course. All this stuff is in quite a lot of detail in the course, at least. So basically what you should be doing from here is looking at the data and looking at the main most popular keywords and trying to rank for those. So you launch a manual campaign and then you choose the keywords that you want to try and rank for, you want to try and bid for, right? The aim here as well is to have your ACOS, which is, we're looking at this picture here. The ACOS is the percentage, basically the percentage of your conversion rate. You should aim to have that lower than your profit margin. So let's just say if your profit margin after all expenses is 40%, then you should aim to have your ACOS lower than 40%. Because put it this way, if it's at 40% before advertisement, your profit margin, and then your ACOS is at 40%, then all of your profit is gone. Okay. If your ACOS is at 30%, then you got 10% profit after all costs. Okay. If your ACOS is at 5%, that's great. Then you got 35% profit to work with, which is great. So all these factor in. But Amazon PPC, if you are looking to start generating some more sales, if you're struggling, Amazon PPC, your goal for this is it just should be to put your product in front of as many eyes as possible. Okay. So the main thing you got to ask yourself, and this can be hard for a lot of you, but you got to ask yourself, do people actually want your product? Okay. So what I mean by that is it a good product? Okay. Make sure it's high quality. Have a product that solves a problem. These are my go-tos always, whether this is Amazon FBA, whether this is dropshipping, whatever. Okay. Selling any kinds of products. Make sure it's not easy to buy in normal retail stores. So make sure it's more so only available online. Aim to grow a brand and not sell for quick money, okay? If you're trying to make online business, if you're trying to make it an online business and trying to build an e-commerce store just for the quick cash, it's not gonna work. In my opinion, not gonna work, okay? You gotta play the long game. That's why I said as well, be patient. Growing consistent sales takes time. So you gotta make sure that your product is high quality. Don't sell crappy products. Make sure that it is solving a problem, okay? Make sure that, again, it's coffee plunger. People love coffee. There's a niche for it. But if it's a crappy coffee plunger, people are going to pick up on that, okay? Your customers are a lot smarter than you think. So don't try and sell them shitty products, because if it was the other way around, you wouldn't buy from this seller ever again, right? There's a reason why you buy from brands over and over again. It's because they've got good quality products, you like what they offer, and they've basically gained your trust, and that's how you should think of your own products, okay? So that's what I would say in terms of this. We'll leave this here because the next screen is a black screen, but just keep this in mind, okay? Just keep this in mind when you're looking at this stuff, but go over these one by one, these steps, and I think this is really, really going to help you guys if you are struggling to make sales. But I'm going to leave that there, guys. I hope this helped. If you do have any other questions, please let me know. But apart from that, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night, wherever you're watching. If you did like this, give it a like, okay? Like, whether you don't have anything to say or not, give it a like and comment if you do have something to say. If not, a like would be appreciated. And sub to the channel if you do like this kind of content. Let me know, comment or message me. You've got all the links down below. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.